Have you ever felt like you've invested time and energy into a relationship, only to realize later that the connection wasn't as genuine as you thought? Or perhaps you found yourself wondering, how do I know who really has my back, and who is just pretending to care? If you've ever asked yourself these questions, you're not alone. In today's video, we are going to uncover how to identify the people who are truly worth building deep and lasting connections with. This isn't about surface-level interactions or fleeting acquaintances. It's about recognizing the individuals who genuinely add value to your life, support your growth, and stand by you through thick and thin. So, if you're ready to learn how to see through the fake and invest your time in the people who truly matter, stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to identify those worthy of your trust and your heart. When it comes to building meaningful relationships, one of the most important things to understand is that not all connections are created equal. Some people come into our lives for a reason, others for a season, and a few for a lifetime. But how can we tell the difference? How do we know which relationships are worth nurturing and which ones we should let go? First, let's think about the concept of authenticity. One of the most telling signs of a genuine person is their authenticity. Authentic people are not afraid to show up as they truly are. They don't put on masks or try to fit into a mold that society has created for them. They are unapologetically themselves, and they embrace their strengths and flaws alike. Authenticity isn't just about how a person presents themselves in public. It's about how they act when no one is watching. Do they behave the same way when they're alone with you as they do in a group? Do they stick to their values even when it's inconvenient or unpopular? Authenticity is a powerful indicator of someone's character, and it's one of the most important traits to look for when deciding who is worth investing in. Actions speak louder than words. Another critical factor in identifying the people worth building deep connections with is looking at their actions, not just their words. It's easy for anyone to say, "I care about you," or "I'm here for you," but the true measure of their care is in their actions. Do they show up for you when it matters most? Are they consistent in their behavior, or do they only appear when it's convenient for them? Consider the people who show up for you. Even in the small things, it's not always about grand gestures, it's about the everyday actions that demonstrate their commitment to the relationship. A true friend is someone who checks in on you during tough times, who supports your dreams even when they might not fully understand them, and who is there to celebrate your victories without jealousy or competition. This also applies to the way people treat you when they are not seeking anything from you. Are they only interested in you when they need something, or do they consistently give without expecting anything in return? True connections are built on reciprocity and mutual respect. Look for the people whose actions align with their words, and who consistently demonstrate care, respect, and loyalty. How people handle conflict. One of the most telling aspects of a relationship is how people handle conflict. In every relationship, whether personal or professional, there will be moments of disagreement, tension, or frustration. The way someone handles these moments can reveal a lot about their character and whether they are truly someone worth building a deep connection with. People who are worth investing in are those who are willing to have difficult conversations, to apologize when they're wrong, and to work through problems with respect and empathy. They don't shy away from conflict or avoid it altogether. Instead, they approach it with an open mind and a willingness to find solutions. In contrast, people who are only interested in maintaining a surface-level connection might avoid confrontation at all costs. They may be quick to blame or criticize, or they might simply walk away when things get tough. In relationships, conflict is inevitable, but how we handle it determines whether the relationship will grow stronger or fall apart. People who are willing to work through their differences and learn from them are the ones who are worth keeping in your life. Consistency and reliability. Another important characteristic to look for in someone worth building a deeper connection with is consistency. Consistency is what builds trust over time. It's the small, everyday actions that show someone's true commitment. Think about it when you're going through a tough time. You want to know that the people around you will be there for you consistently. Consistency in communication, support, and actions is what allows relationships to deepen. If someone only reaches out when it's convenient for them, or if their behavior fluctuates depending on their mood, it can leave you feeling uncertain and unsupported. Reliable people are those who show up, rain or shine. They are the ones who can be counted on when you need them most, not just when it suits them. Consistency builds trust and strengthens the foundation of any relationship, and it's something that shouldn't be overlooked when evaluating who is truly worth investing in. The importance of empathy. Empathy is another vital trait in identifying people who are worthy of your time and energy. Empathetic individuals are those who can understand and share your feelings, even if they haven't experienced the same things themselves. They can put themselves in your shoes and offer support that is rooted in understanding, not judgment. Empathy is what allows us to connect with others on a deep emotional level. It's what makes someone reach out to comfort you when you're sad, or to celebrate with you when you succeed. Empathy is what strengthens the bond between two people, allowing them to truly see and hear one another. If you find that someone consistently fails to acknowledge your feelings, or if they dismiss your struggles as insignificant, it might be a sign that they aren't as emotionally invested in the relationship as you are. Look for those who are attuned to your emotional needs, who listen carefully, and who offer support that makes you feel seen and heard. The power of mutual growth. The people worth building deep connections with are those who encourage your growth and development. They don't see your success as a threat, but rather as something to be celebrated. True relationships are built on mutual growth. Both people challenge, inspire, and support one another in their individual journeys. In these kinds of relationships, there is no competition. There is no envy or jealousy. Instead, there is a shared desire to see each other thrive. These people push you to be the best version of yourself, not by criticizing you, but by supporting you, offering feedback, and being there for you when you need guidance. A relationship that fosters mutual growth is one that's worth nurturing. It's one where both people are committed to evolving together, learning from each other, and becoming better because of each other. These are the relationships that led to lifelong connections, because they are rooted in respect, trust, and shared purpose. Learning to set boundaries. Building deep connections doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. In fact, it's important to learn how to set boundaries with the people you allow into your life. Healthy relationships are based on respect for each other's boundaries, both emotionally and physically. People who respect your boundaries show that they care about your well-being and value your individuality. They don't push you into situations that make you uncomfortable, and they respect your need for space when you ask for it. In contrast, people who disregard your boundaries may not be worth your time. They may seek to control, manipulate, or pressure you into doing things you're not comfortable with. Setting boundaries is not only a sign of self-respect, but it also signals to others what you are willing to accept in a relationship. The people who truly care about you will respect these boundaries, and they will encourage you to maintain them for your own well-being. The role of trust in deep connections. When we talk about relationships, whether they're personal or professional, one of the most critical components of a deep, meaningful connection is trust. Trust forms the foundation upon which all other aspects of a relationship are built. Without trust, no relationship can truly flourish. It doesn't matter how much you connect on other levels. If trust is absent, the bond is fragile and unstable. True trust goes beyond merely believing someone will keep their promises. It's about feeling safe with them, knowing that they have your best interests at heart, even when you're not looking. A trustworthy person doesn't only show up when things are easy, they stand by you when it's tough, and they make sure their actions align with their words. In a deep connection, trust grows over time through consistent, reliable actions. It's about being transparent, honest, and showing vulnerability without fear of judgment or betrayal. People who are trustworthy don't only earn your trust, they protect it and honor it. Trust isn't something that is demanded or expected, it's something that is built through shared experiences, honesty, and the consistent fulfillment of commitments. Look for those people who demonstrate trustworthiness, not just in big moments, but also in the small, everyday things. These are the people who value the connection with you and understand the importance of maintaining a strong foundation of trust. The impact of emotional availability. Another essential trait of those worth investing in is emotional availability. Emotional availability is the ability to be present and open with others about feelings, emotions, and vulnerabilities. Some people, although they might care about you, are simply not capable of being emotionally available, often due to past experiences or emotional blocks. Emotional availability allows for deeper, more authentic conversations. It's about being able to express not just the good times, but also the struggles, disappointments, and fears. People who are emotionally available make space for both joy and sorrow in relationships. They don't shy away from uncomfortable emotions, and they are willing to listen, comfort, and engage with empathy when you're going through a hard time. On the contrary, people who aren't emotionally available may seem distant, avoid important conversations, or shut down emotionally when faced with vulnerability. While this might be due to their own fears or insecurities, it's crucial to understand that emotionally available people will help you feel heard, understood, and supported. Consider whether the people in your life are available for you when you need emotional support. Are they able to engage with you on an emotional level, or do they avoid deeper discussions? The depth of the connection you share often depends on how emotionally open both parties are. The role of shared values in building strong connection. As we move deeper into identifying people who are worth investing in, we must not overlook the role of shared values. While chemistry and attraction are important, it's often the shared values that form the backbone of lasting relationships. Values shape how we approach life, how we interact with others, and how we perceive the world. When you share similar core values with someone, it creates a natural alignment that fosters deeper connection and mutual respect. Think about what you value most in life. Is it honesty, kindness, ambition, or perhaps a sense of adventure? These values guide your decisions, your goals, and your interactions with others. It's essential to find people who not only understand these values, but also live by them. For example, if you value kindness and empathy, you'll find deeper connections with people who act from a place of compassion and understanding. If personal growth is important to you, you'll naturally gravitate towards people who prioritize self-improvement and support your journey. These shared values create a harmonious dynamic where both parties feel seen, heard, and respected. When values align, conflicts are more easily resolved because both individuals have a common understanding of what's important. Even when disagreements arise, people with shared values will work together to find solutions that respect each other's perspectives. This alignment makes it easier to build lasting and meaningful relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. The power of listening in deep connections. If you want to identify who truly cares about you, pay close attention to their listening skills. Listening is one of the most powerful ways people can show their care. It's not about waiting for your turn to speak or offering advice as soon as the other person finishes their sentence. It's about truly hearing what the other person is saying and responding thoughtfully. People who listen attentively make you feel valued. They don't just hear your words, they absorb the emotions behind them and offer responses that reflect a deep understanding. Good listeners don't interrupt, judge, or make the conversation about themselves. Instead, they create space for you to express yourself freely and feel heard, which is a fundamental aspect of a healthy, supportive relationship. True listening also involves being able to hear what's not being said. It's about picking up on the subtle cues, such as tone, body language, or the emotions that might be lingering beneath the surface. People who care deeply about you will pay attention to the whole conversation, not just the words. They will make an effort to understand your needs, even if you don't voice them directly. In contrast, individuals who don't truly care about your well-being may offer superficial responses or try to steer the conversation back to themselves. Listening isn't just a skill, it's an act of emotional investment, and those who excel at it are often the ones who can build the deepest connections. The importance of shared experience is another powerful way to determine who is worth building a deep connection with is through shared experiences. Relationships that are based on meaningful, shared experiences tend to be the ones that grow stronger over time. Whether it's going on an adventure together, working through a challenge, or simply spending quality time in each other's company, these shared experiences help create a bond that is grounded in real memories and moments. Think about the relationships in your life that are the strongest. More often than not, they are the ones where you've experienced something significant together, whether it was a difficult period you both faced or a fun trip you took together. These experiences create a foundation that allows the relationship to thrive, even when life gets busy or challenging. People who are worth investing in will make an effort to share experiences with you, whether it's something small like a regular coffee date or something larger like traveling together. These shared moments strengthen the connection and provide opportunities for both people to grow together. The more experiences you share, the more you create a history together, history that forms the backbone of a deep and lasting relationship. Recognizing when it's time to let go. Building deep connections is an important part of life, but so is knowing when to let go of connections that no longer serve you. Not all relationships are meant to last forever, and sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to walk away from toxic or unbalanced relationships. It's important to recognize the signs of a relationship that is no longer healthy. Are you the only one putting in effort? Do you feel drained or unsupported? Do you find that the other person's actions don't match their words? These are all signs that the connection may no longer be worth investing in. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring about the person. It means recognizing that the relationship is no longer contributing positively to your life. By letting go, you create space for healthier, more fulfilling connections to enter your life. It's a sign of self-respect to choose relationships that nurture you and allow you to grow, rather than ones that hold you back. Conclusion and final thought. Identifying the people worth building deep connections with is not always easy, but it's an essential skill for living a life of fulfillment and joy. It's about recognizing the qualities that make someone truly valuable, a person who is authentic, supportive, empathetic, and trustworthy. These are the individuals who bring out the best in you, who challenge you to grow, and who stand by you in both good times and bad. As you reflect on the relationships in your life, ask yourself, are the people around you truly contributing to your growth and happiness? Do they show up consistently, listen attentively, and value the same things that you do? The relationships that are worth nurturing are those where both parties invest in each other's well-being, growth, and success. So, take a moment today to appreciate the people who truly care about you. Recognize the ones who show up for you, not just in words but in action. These are the people who are worth building deep, meaningful connections with. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found these insights helpful in understanding how to build deeper, more meaningful relationships. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Who in your life has shown you the true meaning of care and commitment? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on building meaningful connections and creating a life full of love and support. Thanks again for watching, and remember, the people who truly care about you will show up with their actions, not just their words. If you found this video insightful, consider subscribing and sharing it with others who might benefit from this perspective. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.